All right. Welcome back to the Ramon and Ab Podcast. Since last time, what did we do? Oh, that was before 11. It was right before 11. Dang, a lot's happened since then. Do you want to start with your stuff? Or?
Shoot, dude. Let's just go from E11.
See, that's why I was like Bailey and Chelsea and stuff right here. We'll get them on the next one. Well, I can just talk about it from my experience. And I won't go in too much detail, but that was like, I had a good time. I showed you the video.
Yeah.
You kind of get an idea of what it is.
Yeah.
And if anyone watching that doesn't really get, it's just a regional burn. It's not a festival. So I called it a festival one time, and someone's like, it's not a festival. Someone got mad at me.
Really?
Well, they didn't get mad at me.
Because it's a burn?
A burn's very different than a festival. Like festivals are more focused on like music and stuff, like a music festival, right? A burn's more focused on kind of everything, like the music and the artwork, and there's a lot of just being kind of free, right? There's no like kind of organized thing you have to go to, or just a whole thing. You just kind of make your own experience, right? Yeah, it was my second one, and I just going through a lot of things in my life lately. It was just the right thing I needed to do, and I guess I found myself right in the desert because I did like all sorts of crazy psychedelics, and
You did a bunch of...
I don't know if I should say. Have I?
Yeah, dude, fuck it, dude.
Whatever, yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Do you want to tell people what drugs or what medicines
it's kind of crazy
you took?
because I'm very new to psychedelics, and I just, because of my religion growing up, right, I held off until the last 3 years probably. The first time I did weed was like 3 years ago. You know that?
No.
Yeah, the first time I ever in my life did like any drug was like 3 years ago.
Damn, dude, I
And
smoked that.
then I went deep into like everything else I could find. Yeah.
Damn, dude, I gotta unfuck myself. That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, I didn't even think of it like that.
So 3 years ago was the first time?
It was around the pandemic. Yeah, it was just a little bit. And I was making a documentary on the Proposition. I forgot what it was called because it was so long ago. Proposition 20 whatever.
What was that about?
It was Utah's medical marijuana bill that passed, obviously.
So you were a part of that?
No, I was just documenting.
Oh, that's so.
It's like on YouTube, but it took me a long time to make it, and I kind of stopped, and I was good. My plan was to do a bunch of episodes of my experiences with different psychedelics. Like there's another guy that did that, and he kind of like documented his whole experience with different psychedelics.
That's pretty cool.
I wanted to kind of do that, but what were you going to say?
No, you were just talking.
I forgot what I was going to say. So anyways, yeah, 11 is up. Yeah, so in the state that I was in, being the worst breakup I've ever gone through in my life, because it ended up putting me in a really kind of depressive state for a lot of other reasons and things are going on in my life. So a combination with that, and then wanting to do better and just kind of questioning where I'm at in my life and what I wanted out of a relationship and with myself. And I just kind of reconnected with, in the beginning of the year, I just been kind of doing my own kind of therapy with dancing, right? Because I really connected with dancing and music, and I just went, I've been doing it since the beginning of this year, just going late for myself, because I have a lot of social anxiety, I've noticed, and that's why I don't really like practicing around people or dancing in front of people. But I want to, right? I have that drive to, but like the anxiety is so strong it stops you from doing it. And the fear and doubt and everything stops you from doing anything, right? You know that. Everyone knows that, like how when you want to do something, but there's that fear, and you let that take over, right? So I let that take over for 36 years of my life, and I finally had this weird awakening where I just did like a complete shift in my mind and my soul and everything, and I started practicing on accident from Charya. Right? I started going abstinent because I really wanted to kind of focus, and a lot of my focus was on women, right, and just chasing girls and chasing sex and shit. It wasn't like my focus, but it was always, as a guy, it's always in the forefront of our head, right? And because of our culture, it's just there, and we kind of accepted it. It is a normal part of of being human. But I needed to control it because it's so out of hand. It got in the way of so many things, right? So then that's when I started going just abstinent and just trying to see if I can. I read a couple things. A lot of guys some like big athletes and other people say that when they do that with intent, it actually gives them some weird energy or whatever. And
for sure.
And then a friend mentioned brahmacharya, and it's a Hindu Buddhist practice. So since then I've been abstinent for like I don't even know, like 2-3 months now.
Yeah, and so people that are listening, like also, that's also semen retention, but that's a different. That's a whole nother study and I've seen that's a different other way of looking, but you're the way you're doing it. Your journey is by what's it called again? The brahmacharya.
Yeah, brahmacharya.
So that's a whole nother thing to look into.
Yeah,
that's a whole nother practice, mindset.
Yeah, so this
lifestyle.
So what was it called?
Well, so I know people like I've seen stuff where it was like people talking about semen retention only, and why they're doing it.
Yeah.
But you're doing it for a practice of something that's been going around for thousands of years.
Yeah, and this practice is specific because it talks about not sexualizing. It makes it easier to not have sexual thoughts in your mind, right? You don't think any. Because if you're going to do semen retention, you're still watching porn and stuff, or you're still watching movies that have this that put those thoughts in there.
That would suck, though.
And it makes it hard.
Yeah.
So the whole practice is kind of taking the all black is dope, dude.
Thanks, man.
Taking those thoughts out of your mind completely if you're single. So if you're a single guy, you can't think of any woman sexually. You can't have those thoughts, or you can't watch porn, masturbate, all that shit.
Don't go to the store thinking about every hot bitch you want to fuck.
Yeah, and that was the thing is like when you being a guy, you just kind of do that, right? If a girl's somewhat attractive, and the longer you go without sex, you just kind of you start to get more and more desperate, and then like girls that you would never like talk to before, you start like lowering your standards in a sense, right? Or like kind of just what I'm saying, like younger guys, at least me in my when I went on like after getting your heart broken a couple times, you go out on a weird rampage of like I'm gonna bang a bunch of bitches, and then that got old, and it's just like I just saw that I was constantly chasing that, and every time you got it, and then you nut, and then it's just you're back to the square one, right? It's the same feeling. You're back to the same exact feeling. It wasn't fulfilling and stuff for me. And then when I got with my last partner, I was still chasing other forms of it, right? That's why I got into polyamory and tried that. And I still do like forms of polyamory, but what I was chasing was, in the end, it wasn't like what I wanted, right? In the end, that's what I discovered. I thought it was, and made me realize it wasn't. So yeah, then with all these changes, I was just seeing like a huge difference in my physical, like in my body, in my energy, my attitude. Like you've seen it, right? You can kind of attest to like this isn't me just making them shit up. And I never thought I would ever go abstinent or practice this. Like I thought I was so close to like making that my life. Like, I almost got into porn, right? Like really consider doing like OnlyFans stuff or like some type of porn.
Yeah.
And just because like the culture nowadays is really accepting it, so it's like an easy choice right now. And that might have been fun, but this feeling now is just like I'm so glad I made this choice, right? And it's like I never thought I would. It was crazy. So I'm gonna stick with it until the end of this dance season, because and then with the whole dance thing is a crazy thing too, because
it's dope.
Yeah, I kind of just rediscovered my love for dance, and I auditioned for this my friend a friend of mine's a local dance company that I used to shoot for. Right? I used to mostly just do all their videos, and I auditioned, and now we're gonna be I got in, and we're gonna do rehearsals up in August, I think. Which is great because old me would have been hard to be around a bunch of beautiful women and not think thoughts like that. So this is what's really cool. It makes it like it's gonna be good for me to it's nice to be practicing that, and everything else is kind of coming into my my life like because of this. It's a lot of good, more positive things I'm seeing. So it's interesting.
Yeah. No, that's good. So you got into a dance, like a serious dance
company,
company,
yeah.
And you're gonna start practicing and you're rehearsing more often because they're very serious at what they do, and then eventually you'll be doing live shows, right?
Yeah.
I can't wait to see that. So that congratulations on that's happened since we've had
Since
the last podcast.
Yeah, since the last podcast.
The E11, and we wound down from that. That's really cool.
Yeah, and then I went on this this Portland journey. I'll talk about that more later when things like kind of. But I got what I needed out of that trip, and it was just kind of confirming what I needed to do with. It's kind of cool when you start to realize more your purpose, right? And like what your tools are, right? And I'm seeing that dance and film are my tools to use for something bigger, right, than what I'm seeing or than what I thought. And it's a weird feeling. It's a weird change spiritually, right? Because I was never this spiritual, but when you start having these crazy emotions going through you, and then these feelings of where you should be. Like I was telling you, I was just, I showed you like the footage that I got, and it's just the whole story behind it. So I just don't know how to explain it, and just the more I lean into it and just talk, the whole thing about manifestation and all that, and it's true. It's good.
And what about your film that you're?
Oh, the short film with Landon and stuff?
No, the big one that's just hitting the.
Oh yeah, then I get invited to work with
it's a big deal.
It's a huge deal.
Yeah,
and I don't know my involvement in it yet, but it's just I know I'm involved. With even just being involved in any degree with something like that is pretty cool.
You want to talk about what you're doing and where you just were and all that?
Yeah, so I got invited to I don't know if I can talk about it. I think I got invited to. There's a couple of things we can't talk about because just to keep some things private because I don't know their names.
But you can talk about what the film is, right?
Yeah, just The Sound of Freedom that just came out, and I didn't know the people that I had done work with in the past. Some good friends invited me to it, and I told them I wouldn't be involved, and they said, "Yeah, we'll get you involved." So there was a premiere. They had this panel. They had this whole panel at the Megaplex Theater. Yeah. Like all the people in it, the operators, the actual people that go on these missions. Yeah. And it just woke my mind up. It really woke my mind up about what is going on and how what I'm doing kind of can tie into all of it, right?
Yep. And that's why I mentioned it, because you're talking about what you're doing and how it's manifesting things, and it's the Sound of Freedom, right?
Yeah.
It's huge right now. And people, if you don't know about it now, by the time we post this, and look it up, because it's a very big thing going on, and it's been going on. But the way they say that they're going to beat it is by awareness, and you should check it out. But the guy here, this cat,
they operate out of here, I guess. Like a lot of the operators are from out of here. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I don't know. It's just kind of crazy. Like, yeah.
So you're a part of it. You're part of the.
I'm gonna be involved in somehow, in some degree. I don't know what yet. We're trying to figure that out.
But you already got, bumping shoulders with them, and
it was kind of cool to be in the same room with the people that made the film, that like funded it, and then I think one of the mayor or someone came by the premiere and stuff, and it was crazy. So I was just like, holy. Anyway, and it was all because of just all these things that I've been leaning into.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a couple days ago. It was pretty quick. It wasn't that long.
Yeah, because the movie just premiered on the 4th. Oh, sorry, that's your phone. I was going to check the date.
The
movie just premiered on like 5, 6. What is that?
Here, man, you want to call? You want to call somebody?
What?
You want to call somebody real quick? You want to use my phone?
No. Who do you want to call?
We can't call. I was just looking at my text I haven't read yet.
Oh, go.
We got these two.
We just shout out Gold Soul.
What up, Gold Soul? Big shout down there in the CCTX, Corpus Christi, Texas. What's up, Selena?
Corpus Christi is a beautiful city too.
Damn, this is a fucking horrible angle on me. I look fat as I already am. Like, you look good, but my angle,
they say the camera adds
fucking,
few.
I'm a fucking look like a fucking.
Don't worry about it.
Boar's head, dude.
Well, so what? Okay, so the last time we talked about you just got out of the hospital. How do you give people an update? How are you feeling?
Dude, like
since then, a lot better, right?
Yeah, recently, man, it's weird. Like, okay, so the first couple weeks, I was really down, and I wasn't feeling good at all, and I wasn't telling anybody, It's like, oh yeah, I feel like shit. Like, you know, like, oh, you just got ICU. How do you feel? Oh, I feel great. Like, and I don't want to scare anybody because there are people that are entering my life again that you can just tell they're really scared. You know what I mean? And I don't want to scare them, and because shit's pretty heavy. But at the at the end of the day, to answer your question, I'm starting to feel a lot better. We'll see. I get a blood test next week, and we'll see what the levels say. Hopefully they're good. I need good hemoglobin levels. If my hemoglobin levels are still maintaining and they're climbing a little bit, then I'm good. If not, then we got fucking goddamn problems.
And they haven't like shown any results yet. Like, what does it take time to just kind of see?
Yeah.
Is it supposed to? Did they tell you how long they have to? Like a month?
No, they said like if there's any really bad news, they're gonna leave me a voicemail. I haven't got any. I'm scared to check my phone now, but every time I get a Utah voice, or that's why I called that one person just now. I was like, no, nothing yet. So I should be good. But this, what's weird about this cord right here itself? It's exactly the width and the color of a blood transfusion cord.
This is like.
This is literally like a blood. Yeah, it reminds me of it. Dude, it's fucking weird. I feel like I'm getting. This is exactly. It's a really skinny little fucking blood-filled tube. But so yeah, I'm feeling. This week I'm feeling better. I'm able to work out lightly per my doctor now. So now I've been able to go on half-mile runs. I'm working on my diet is a big thing right now. I got to fix. So I'm trying to make small victories every day.
Nice.
And then now I have enough energy to start working on my music again, like more seriously again.
Well, you're looking way better too.
Thanks, dude.
And you've been like training again, huh? Like,
barely. Now I'm barely starting to get my body and my blood. It's all about how my blood's reacting right now. It's not about like, yeah, my body will hurt, but like it's whether if I have enough oxygen to do the workouts.
How are you feeling though? Like I remember, because you remember you told me that you were like losing your breath just out a few steps.
Right, that's what I have to watch out for.
You're not feeling that at all, right? Like, you're not feeling that at all.
No, see, it's really weird. Like it can mind fuck you. Like I can go to. There's been times that I thought I needed to go to the hospital and get checked out.
I see what you're saying. If
you know
something
what
happens,
I mean?
you're panicking that it's
yeah. Like I was having like I don't know if it's my lungs or I don't know if it's my heart or not, or I don't know if it's just nervousness because I have anxiety problems. But
too much weed or something.
Yeah, exactly.
I've done that sometimes.
Sometimes.
I was like, oh shit.
Sometimes it hits you like that.
Oh, I'm just really high.
Yeah, sometimes it hits you like that.
Yeah, it does.
But after going to the hospital and getting the whole battery full of tests done, you don't know. Dude, it could be some mysterious shit out there that you just never would have thought. Like me, I would have thought I would have had a blood issue that would almost killed me.
Yeah,
that almost would have killed me. Like I was fucking
hanging by a
at 2. I had at 1.8 reading of hemoglobin in my whole blood.
What is hemoglobin again?
So you have when you get a physical and you get like a lipid panel or you get like a blood test done and it checks all your vital organs. Like you can see how your liver is reacting through enzyme counts and yada yada, right? Mm-hmm. And one of the major readings that you'll see on these tests, if you're a doctor or a nurse, you'll know this is the H&H, and that stands for hemoglobin and hematocrit. Hemoglobin is, I don't know if it's a protein, so excuse me, people, experts,
medical people,
but it's something in your blood. It's a cellular disposition in your blood that carries the fucking oxygen in every cell tissue in your blood, from your fucking fingers to your toenails to your feeding, because your body's eating off your blood, and it's eating off the oxygen that you're breathing in. So as they say in paramedic school, air goes in and out, blood goes round and round. That's how you keep people alive. Okay. Because the good air comes in, hits the capillaries inside our lungs. These little
oxygen, CO2 out, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah. So the oxygen comes in, and inside our lungs that we're smoking our weed into, it's getting filled by these little things that look like broccoli, and those little broccoli cells that are open right now in our lungs that make us cough and stuff. This stuff that we get in there and cough, like that's getting air that has oxygen in it, right? H2O. And then what that does is it feeds all by the arteries It feeds everything in our
So
body.
does the hemoglobin absorb it? Is that
The hemoglobin is what carries. It's like the vessel that carries the blood from our oxygen
but the oxygen
into all the blood to keep your body running.
Okay.
So if you lose your oxygen in your blood, then
But if you have low hemoglobin, you can't carry any oxygen.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
So if you run
That's
out
why
of
you- that's
that
why you're
means
so out of breath.
So exactly. So if I'm breathing, and even when I bought the oxygen, it wasn't working because I was getting no hemoglobin. There was no oxygen in my blood, so I couldn't walk out of my bed
That's
without.
scary.
Yeah, it was really scary. I was at death levels. So in terms of that, at 1.8. I couldn't walk very far without stopping, as you know, without my heart pumping out. So my heart was working extra fast, which is very dangerous. It was working extra hard, and my liver was overreacting, and it was showing up in my urine. So it was really fucked up. Like it was showing in my urine how bad my liver was overworked through this whole hemoglobin problem. So
was your liver close to getting fucked?
No, everything. So they checked it out. Everything's good now. So what saved me was giving me a bunch of fucking blood, like we were talking about.
Blood transfusion.
I got new blood, like good blood.
This is why like, they always emphasize. I guess it's a lot of things like that are common, right? Because they're always saying, "Please donate blood. Please donate blood."
Because there's shortages around the world, especially when there's wars going on.
Yeah.
So I got 7 because they did 6 and opened up a 7th, and that's a lot. Okay, so the packets are about that big, full of blood, and then you can see them with the clipboard. Like, oh, it's A positive, or it's O positive, and you're like, oh fuck, okay, I'm getting O positive today.
If you can actually trace back whose blood it was to find out. Like,
all right, dude. I think I got Jumpmans, dude. Jumpmans. Michael Jordan's.
Oh, your hops are like way better now.
Way better.
Oh shit! We're gonna start streaming.
Yeah.
We're trying to look into that, right?
Yeah. So check this out. You know what that is? Number 1. That started it.
PS1.
And it was dope because like it had the little memory chips, so you knew it was hardcore. You get to save your games on some memory chips and shit.
Oh look, that's even before I had the joysticks.
Yeah, sure.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. Well, this one does.
That's a newer one.
Yeah, he bought. Yeah.
But I remember the original it didn't have joysticks, right? Or did it?
Dude, I think so. They all come with one. I think he bought that one, but that's original.
Yeah.
So we got this. We want to do retro gaming, and then we want to. But we need a TV.
That was our generation of gaming, and that's just kind of what we're familiar with. And it's nowadays it's like I still love games, but I can't keep up, and
I know.
So I buy one and then plan on playing it, and I never do. And so my form of gaming now has just become watching game reviews and like other people playing. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna. This might be fun just because it's like even while we do the podcast, I don't know if we'll do like a separate. If we're gonna do something separate like a Twitch, or if we can do it like a series on YouTube. That'd be cool. Then we can find a way to screen record it, and then we can put a little thing there as we play. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool to have a segment, or when we have guests, they can be sitting in like right here or right here, playing the game, and we can have a little screen down there showing them playing. Yeah. And then, but I think we should do the Twitch because we can also help get crowdfunded that way.
Yeah.
And then we can get, if we get sponsors, people send us games, because I think it'd be cool to walk from, let's say if you guys were to send us, or if we bought Silent Hill, we can play from level 1 to beating the game, and we'd play let's say 2 times a week at the same time every time, so it's consistent, so you'll know when to log in and you'll watch us beat this game, and it's all retro. We'll get a Super Nintendo, we'll do GoldenEye, we'll do Mario Karts.
Well, on the PlayStation, I just want to do I don't know,
plenty on that.
Well, I want to do Metal Gear, I want to do Final Fantasy. These games I always played a little bit, but I never played all the way through. So this would be a cool chance to finally play them all the way through.
We have one right here, and we're just waiting to use it. Everybody, we need a TV that works. And it's fucking crazy. Who would have thought 30 years ago that you're looking for one of these old school TVs? But yeah, because we want to do it the right way. We got one. Thank you for the donation, but it's not capable for some reason.
I mean, we might be able to find like the older flat TVs that have the
that'd be dope because they're out there, right?
Yeah, we can do that.
You're right. They do have those.
They do. We don't have to get like the. It's cool to do that for the NES.
Yeah.
For the NES, we can find one, but for the PlayStation, we can get a newer.
I'm down as
one.
fuck. So you can just put it right here.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. They do have the flat ones with the AV.
Yeah.
Yeah, the when they first started coming out. Yeah, we should just do that, man, for now.
Yeah.
Shit, we can even put the screen up there, dude.
Yeah.
If we wanted to.
Yeah, we'll mount it up there.
Yeah, dude, like sitting right here.
Yeah, why not?
Fuck it.
That'd be perfect.
That would be sick.
That'd be perfect.
That would be fucking balling, dude. So
let's get into that after this, after we like upload. But okay, and then the other thing. What was the other thing? Yeah, just the Twitch thing. Streaming that and trying to get more
motorcycles.
Consistent. Oh yeah, that's what it was. The motorcycles. We haven't talked about that.
Yeah, so if you know, and I know we're just getting our fan base and our followers, and we only got 5 or whatever, but eventually we want to start. Well, we're gonna go on adventures. I know I'm gonna go on moto camping adventures in the future. Something I've been planning. I'm researching big. Grew up on motorcycles, yada yada, and I want to start taking PDR trips. And homeboy here, so we're looking at bikes now, and yeah, man.
We're gonna buy cafe racers for the city, and then and then the G. What is it?
GSs.
The GSs for the adventuring.
Yeah, the GSs.
Wouldn't that be sick to have a cafe racer for the city?
Yeah.
And then, the GS for the
fuck. Yeah, I know. That's what most people do. They have more than one bike.
Oh, for
and
sure.
They cut it. Yeah, they cut it up. So they have them. Yeah. Like I would love to get me a super mode, like a
the chopper.
No, dude. I'd actually like to get, like, for real, I'd like to get like a Ninja 400 for the city. It's a 400 engine, the Ninja 400.
Mm-hmm.
And then I like to get the goddamn dirt bike with the license plate on it.
Oh yeah.
But I want to get the CRF 450. Like, I don't know.
Well,
anyways, yeah.
Well, don't talk about it. Be about it.
I know, right? Fucking make the money and buy this.
Yeah, go make some fucking money. And I'm the same.
We're doing it.
Well, we're on our way to it. Definitely gonna.
It's gotta be consistent every day. Do the same thing. Believe in it.
Yeah. What else?
Man, it's been a lot. Like, life has been
your music.
crazy.
So the music. You talk about your music a little bit.
So there was a time there for like 2-3 weeks where I really wasn't able to rehearse very well, and I wasn't feeling really good to rehearse, and I had a lot of things to worry about. But now this week, I'm feeling normal, and my voice is sounding better when I'm on my highs now than it was. I don't know, maybe it's in my head, but I'm feeling really good about my music. I'm feeling good about this album at the end of the year. I'm gonna put out an album. You and I will shoot a couple more music videos. We might have a couple of surprise guests as features on this album.
Oh yeah.
And then we're gonna start going into this is a hip hoppy emo hip hop alternative type album I'm about to put out. If I say hip hoppy, like, it's not like I'm not rapping. I'm not a rapper.
The beats, right?
Yeah, some of the beats might have some snare, hi hat, yada yada. But I'm a rock. Like, I'm a rocker. I'm a punk rocker. I mean, look at my fucking. This is what, if you know, you know. I mean, I'm rocking. This band taught me how to play. This is one of the bands responsible for teaching me how to write music, meaning like how to write music structurally. Rancid, Green Day, Nirvana, Sublime, yada yada. So we're gonna go into we're gonna go into a genre maybe more punkish, popish, and like you're talking about, maybe working with some other people.
Yeah.
Like Homegirl.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should say her name right now because I haven't talked to her about it, but a local artist. But yeah.
Yeah, I think there's plenty of people that would love to collab like with you and stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be cool, and it's cool because we just we just have everything we need in our little circle, like the recording, the music videos, and the knowledge to like upload it properly, right? So I think you can help a lot of artists too, like the ones that you collab with. You should really get them, find out what the fuck they're doing, and yeah.
You're right, man. A lot of people are getting fucked right now. Good artists getting fucked on song. They should be able to make a living on some of their songs. They're not getting any of the money from it because they didn't know how to capture the money, man. They didn't know how to register.
Well, they don't teach you. They don't really teach you how to do that stuff, right? Like, how do you figure that out? Like, it's not. I don't even think it's the proper ways on YouTube or anything. It's kind of like a secret.
I think I've seen like only a couple bits of people just kind of talking about it on certain radio stations or on podcasts, like little things like. But yeah, you're right. There's no like, hey, this is the first thing you need to know. Like, I think people gatekeep the information, like producers or record labels. They keep the information from the artist, so the artist doesn't really know how much money they were really generating. And I know Snoop Dogg talked about this, and it was going viral for a while about how he doesn't think that the economy is fair when it comes to the give and take on how many streams listenings you're getting and how many watches you're getting per video to how much it translates how much money he gets in his bank account. And it's kind of true because
they get very little, right?
Right. Well, because he was talking about like for back in the day in the 90s, for instance, when Death Row sold 90 million units of Snoop Dogg's, let's just say he sold 90 million units of his first album times $9.99. You know what I'm saying? That's fucking a lot of money. Mm-hmm. So you're getting lots of you get it's easy math. You're getting cold hard cash physically, but now that everything's digital, the way we're getting paid, like even like me as an artist, pennies, right? It's like over 1 million streams. YouTube is giving $4,000. So some people can't even make a video that's 4 million streams, but some people do it like Mr. Beast does it every day. Like he's getting paid. I think it's like like 100 million. It's crazy millions a day. Yeah. But so we have to get paid by our videos. We have to get paid by our streams and shit. So it's weird how it breaks down.
Yeah, I wonder. I guess we'll see because we're not even close to the point where we can monetize our stuff at all.
No.
And like, that's the thing that you don't have to monetize. I don't think the money's in the monetization of it, right? It's in the sponsorship and it's in the viewer, your specific audience, right? Your niche audience is gonna like your stuff enough to. That's what like they talked about because like you don't have to be like a huge YouTuber and like a Mr. Beast, right? You can type about your very specific thing and gain your little audience. There's like a YouTuber that gave like financial advice. Only had like 10,000 followers, but he was making like 10 G's plus a month, right?
Exactly.
Because, yeah, you know.
No, you're right though. It's a great point. Like it's the quality and then the quantity. There's different ways to make the money. We can get sponsors and start small. Like we're not trying to live in castles here.
The whole point is just also encouraging people to like just really start your own. Cause like the reason why we did it for a long time is because like you think that way, right? It's like there's already huge podcasts and all this and just like, and even on not even on a financial level, just it's almost therapeutic almost, right? To just sit and talk. Because it's like no distractions. You really sit here and talk with each other, right, about anything, and then you're just recording it.
And people will listen and watch it.
But it's not. I'm saying that it's like as far as just for us, right?
Yeah.
It's just like even on a on a therapeutic level, like for your mental health, and just like for at least for me, right? It's just nice. This is what I'm saying for me. It's like I have a lot of fun doing these, and it's just fun. It's just I enjoy doing.
Yeah, this. Likewise. And honestly, like just like with you, probably with your art and my music, money doesn't drive my music. So
it's nice to have though. Oh, did we talk about how much we hate Portland?
We need it.
Did we say that yet?
Yeah, they need it more than us because they steal our shit.
Fuck you, Portland.
Yeah.
No, the city is fucking beautiful, right?
Yeah.
But it's gone to such shit. Like it's kind of scary because if you had an issue and you tried calling cops, like I don't think they'd show up.
They don't give a fuck. Listen, dude, if you're watching this and you're from PNW, much love. I think it's beautiful out there. It is beautiful out there. But there's some fucking people that are pieces of shits, and you know who you are. And you're taking shit that doesn't belong to you. And if you get if I catch you or somebody catches you like me, you'll get clapped right on the scene. And if you want that for you and the person that you think loves you and your family out there, even though you act like you need the fucking shit more than he does, like, you get clapped on the streets, dude, and watch what happens to the people that love you because you run into the wrong motherfucker like me. Because I won't fucking... Dude, I have all the right in the world to protect my fucking property and my life, dude. So don't be fucking stealing shit, motherfuckers. And that's crazy. For everybody across the fucking world that watches this shit.
I get moments in like desperation where you're stealing like food for your family, but like most of the time it's not that. They're stealing people's like shoes, their bags, their clothes.
People are just doing this to do it.
They're doing it and it is a drug problem. It's a
drug
problem.
Like we'll get started on that, dude.
Let's get started on that.
Fentanyl, like, yeah, you're okay. Let's say you stole the motherfucker stole his lenses and all that shit that we need for his livelihood to eat. But you're stealing it so you can go buy some fucking. You can get like it for you basically getting ripped off for how much it's actually worth, and then you're getting fucked just so you can buy a fucking high that's gonna last you 20 minutes.
That's what it does to people. Isn't that crazy? Like the addiction that like, they don't care about who they're hurting, what they're.
Yeah, and
it's sad. Yeah.
Hey, you know what? I should be the guy to be like, I hope you get help, and I hope you fucking maybe I'm gonna make a fucking send you to a fucking fuck you. Okay, not everybody needs to be cool about it.
As
Fuck
you. As soon as we saw it, we're like, I wanted to go drive around and fucking look for the motherfucker. Yeah, no, I'm on jump his ass and be like,
you can hate me. Yeah, like I'm not gonna be like, let's go fucking like like solve the fuck that. There's a police force there. They're obviously not answering calls for a fucking reason. This is coming from an ex law enforcement guy. And people that I know that are still doing it, and I'll tell you straight up, there are some people that just don't get the calls that they deserve. Yeah. I'll be honest with you. I know fucking police officers don't want to even fucking pull you over if you're drinking, driving because they don't want to do the paperwork for real. That's really happening right now. But then I know some towns they'll pull you over for fucking for queefing in the fucking with the windows up, like Like for real, like there's some towns in Texas, dog, that you go through, dude. That you get, like they'll pull you over for fucking, anyways. But
fuck yeah. But it was my first time being out in that city. It's a really really beautiful city.
It is, dude.
Man, such a beautiful fucking city. God, that so sucks. It makes it worse.
I know,
it's like, you
bro.
Fucked it up.
You motherfuckers.
All for what? Like. For drugs? Oh, God damn it.
Well, I hope you get your fentanyl piss taken from you out of your water bottle when you pass out. Motherfuckers.
It's just
so fucking.
You know what's crazy? You know what it is? It's the backpack. They didn't care what was it. So she had like her tote and stuff in there, and she had like she had a bunch of all her personal belongings and stuff. They didn't take any of that. They were looking for a backpack, and we're seeing like how what's the word? A backpack out there is like a big thing, right? Like people look for backpacks.
Yeah, you never know what's in that motherfucker.
Well, but they also like, I guess they're scarce out there because people steal them all the time, and they just. It was just something like they don't sell them in rot. Like I had to go replace mine, and a lot of stores don't carry them because they said people steal them and put more shit in it and run off. So they don't even sell
dude, you motherfuckers.
We had to go to 3 different stores to like replace my backpack so I could throw my clothes in there and shit.
You motherfuckers, dude.
Yeah, that's all.
Dude, Portland, you motherfuckers over there at the city council. What the fuck's wrong with you? Like, what's wrong? And I don't even know your names. I don't give a fuck because I've worked with plenty of cities. I'm not going to mention Dallas that totally fuck everybody else over, including their cops and firefighters. Don't even get me started on fucking illegally using their pension fund so you fuck over their goddamn retirements, but that's besides the point. Portland, same, motherfucker. LA, same. You're letting these motherfuckers overrun your city when people like us that are trying to pay our taxes, we're trying to fucking work, and you're still, and you're letting it just turn into Mocha fucking D-shoot, bro.
It's gone. It's so sad because
fuck you.
All these iconic cities like Chicago, New York, LA.
Iconic cities.
Iconic fucking cities. Portland, right? Beautiful fucking cities.
Beautiful fucking
gone
full.
To complete
it's fucking Ferngully over there, dude.
It's fucking shit, dude. It
I know,
sad.
Dude. I'm sorry.
And it's funny because now I don't ever want to go back there. But I want to go up to the Pacific Northwest in the forest and shit. But the city.
We should name this podcast "Fuck You, Portland."
Fuck you. No, seriously. Fuck you. I hope all of fucking Portland watches this. Lick my fucking asshole.
Yeah, fucking and stop stealing people's backpacks, dude. Like, okay, if there's a fucking need, then start a fucking backpack company up there, guys. Hey, why don't you start a nonprofit bag company up there and then pay your fucking executive just a little bit of a wage so they can get to work and back? Like, handle the goddamn problem. Like, what's up with these fucking dumbass politicians sitting, like the dudes in Cali? Like, you know how many fucking good people are leaving my home state that I grew up in because of the politics? Like, what the fuck is wrong with these motherfuckers, dude?
Do we want to get into the politics?
No, not really, because I'm going to let the first person that guess what my actual political affiliation is and how I vote will win something. I don't know what it is yet. It could be a pair of shoes. It could be fucking something. But if you can guess what way I swing, all right, then you can win something from me because I'm a fucking hard one. No pun intended.
Oh my god! But yeah, so I do want to go up to Seattle though and check that city out. Like I want to travel more. I want to see city, especially if we get these bikes and stuff. We'll be driving up. Like,
we should go drive up there.
Everywhere. Let's go like everywhere.
Fucking
I
everywhere.
need to get my passport back. It just expired this last couple months.
What if you didn't know about that right now?
I'm glad I checked it out because I'm gonna.
Dude.
Yeah, that would suck.
It'd be fucking catastrophic.
Dude, so many times where like I needed it and I had it ready because some like I think it was my mom that told me, she says, like, get your passport, it's important.
Most important thing I have, I think.
Yeah, and since I had it, I was like, it's opened up a lot of opportunities. Like, you're ready to go. It's like, for some reason, a lot of people don't get their passport.
Dude, identity-wise, it's like, it trumps everything. Like, I travel with it, like, and it's like, boom, let me see your ID. Fuck an ID. I'll give you my passport.
Your passport, yeah.
Like,
except around the world, yeah.
Motherfucker. Yeah, it's hard when you have a passport. Yeah, get a passport. Everybody doesn't have one. Go get one.
Oh, maybe we'll talk about the meal that I've developed for our
10 years.
For our young men out there.
Yeah, and women. And transgender and everybody else.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, everybody.
Everyone. Yeah, we love everyone.
We love everybody, right?
Yeah, we love you guys. All 6 people that watch us now. All 6. I think we have 6 subscribers now.
Yeah.
I think it's Chapo, Chewy, you, me, Mo, and my mom.
No, seriously. Like, I know some people that are decided they would go to the other side. They were born women or men, and now they're men or women. So honestly, I have nothing but love for you guys. That takes a lot of balls, none pun intended, for you to take that crossover.
Oh
like, no. Like, I've had the conversations with some of these people. Like, it's a lot, man.
No,
that's some dedication.
I would actually like to have some friends that have actually done that on the podcast and
really?
Talk about like I can't. Can you imagine having?
I know, that's what I'm saying.
No, really imagine being in a woman's body right now, but having every emotion that you have right now.
Dude, we should have somebody on here if you know anybody. And ask them what it's like.
I know several friends that are like dancers or artists or whatever.
But like, what about ones that have the surgery and shit?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
And that's crossed over.
I don't know about the. I don't even know if it's like proper to talk about that.
Yeah. See, it's controversial.
Yeah, I don't know enough about that topic.
We don't want to be. We don't want to be We were talking about. We don't want to be controversial.
No, we want to focus. We want to focus on the art, and then if the conversation goes whatever way, it's like talking about politically or whatever. But we just want to mostly focus on artists friends, right? If it's dancers, singers, musicians, painters, people that create. Mostly that, right? That's what we really want to focus on when we have guests on, right? Because we're always talking about our artwork and stuff, and then the stuff behind it. This is what I guess it's focusing on the artist behind the art, right? So it's the artwork and then the artist behind it. Like, it's because there's an artist behind an art piece, right? And it's fascinating learning about the artist behind the artistry.
You're right.
Right.
Yeah. And the development to get to the art that they're doing too.
That's what I'm saying. Like, wouldn't you love to sit down and talk? I mean, this is like, with somebody like your favorite artist and talk to them about like their fucking process and just like, this whole thing. That's why I had, Dave and Bailey and whoever else. I like that focus around it, and then it always extends into what our personal lives and what affected it. Political stuff affects art. Like, art affects political shit. It all just kind of. Look how many things, like how many movements have been, like, how many songs have been written about political things, or how many songs have changed some political things or whatever. It all just kind of ties in together. That's why just focusing on the art, though, and expanding outward is what I like to do. Or whatever.
No, because you know how they record history. A lot of it is through art.
Look at those. Look at that, man.
You know, and there was transgender and gay and bisexual people back then because you can see through the art. To go back on the subject, I'm not even trying to clown right now. Like, it's a fucking real thing. I've taken college course, by the way, guys, on art appreciations and understanding art, like from back in the day to now, and music, dancing, and politics and art, like paintings and shit, is how we were able to document. Think about like all the
all influence each other.
Shit on rocks and caves. It's all art.
Yep.
It was art back in the day. It's influenced everything.
No, I love it. Yeah, it's cool. It's like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I have a really weird political disposition, and I haven't always been that way. Like,
well, what's also important I mentioned too is yours, mine. We're pretty close in age, and we come from a generation that was very different than today's generation.
Yeah, and like I know people who hate certain things. Like, we joke around about me being Mexican, and they can take that really offensive. Or if I use the word transgender, really offensive. Then I know people that understand on a level where I'm not coming. Like, I grew up in like a mixing pot, where my life has been like a mixing bowl. I've had accept. And I've started to understand things that even I maybe didn't even like. Did that make any sense?
Yeah.
And it's, for me, it started at a young age because I had people in my family that were homosexual, right? Mm-hmm. Gay, whatever you want to say. And I loved these people.
Yeah.
They were really good people. They were some of the best artists. Yeah. Speaking of artists, they had some of the best fashion sense. They had some of the best handwork that I've ever seen. No pun intended. They had some of the best handwork, like with their hands. They'd make this immaculate jewelry and stuff they would sell for lots of money.
You know what it is too? Now we're talking about that. I want to touch on the subject of masculine and feminine.
Yeah.
And how it's in everything.
Yeah.
Literally everything, right? Oh, and dang, we can get into a lot of stuff. I don't know. How long has it been? We're actually probably have to end it soon, but maybe, okay, the next subject I want to talk about, that type of stuff. Like this frequency stuff and this.
That's cool.
Yeah, all that. I kind of been, since I was part of this documentary, I learned a lot about, and we talked a lot of like scientists out in San Francisco, and a lot of medical doctors that are on like some big things with frequencies. For one example, like they found that they can restructure water, and they can use the same amount of water to water the same plant, but they don't have to water it as often. So they watered this one tomato plant like once, and it was lasting like months from one watering or something. And then they did another tomato plant with normal water, and it like died. You know, after they just water it once, then you don't water it again. And it restructured water is just like, it's like stuff like that, right? And that they're doing they're figuring out different things with frequencies in everything, right? In agriculture, in medicine, in music, in sound, dude. They developed this crazy speaker that they played for me. I was right there, and they said Bose and Samsung and Sony are all trying to get this patent, and it was just this one standing unit, and they cranked it up, and it's so weird because it has the bass that like a big system has, right? It has the room fill that like a big system has, but it was just this one standing unit. It was like about as tall as me, but it was just this one box thing, and something about it that just doesn't go higher than a certain hertz or something, so it won't pierce your ear. So you can go loud, but it won't ever damage it, and it sounded fucking amazing, dude.
Really?
He played this one. He played Easier by Mansionaire, just because I discovered that song on that trip, and I'm like, play this one. Oh, and it sounded like a fucking concert. And then everyone was just sitting there listening, and then like it makes any song sound like better. It was like insane.
Shit. Where was
This was in San Francisco. That's all because they're studying like frequency stuff. We can get into it more, and I don't know, like, since I'm not naming names and stuff, so I can talk about all this stuff, and it didn't sign like some NDA.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we'll talk about that more. I think might be about the end of this because it's about an hour, and that I only have one battery. Because fuck you, Portland, you stole all my fucking batteries.
Oh, you motherfuckers, dude.
So, I think we can sign out unless there's anything you wanna. last minute thing to talk about?
We just appreciate everybody, the couple of views that we've gotten. Thank you very much. This is a continued thing.
It's nice just getting even a few friends that support. So thank you. Honestly, thank you for whoever's watching, the few friends that watch. Maybe we know what we should do is like for the early people that followed us, and once because we know we're going to the top.
Yep.
So the early people that follow us, maybe we'll do we'll save your name or something. Once we reach like a million followers, we'll do a giveaway. Like,
that'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool. It's for like the early people to support.
Give away like a Super Nintendo or something.
Yeah, we'll give away the PlayStation.
The first PlayStation. We give this away.
Whatever.
We can do that. No, I'm serious.
I don't know. Whatever. But yeah, till next time. This has been the Ramon and Ab Podcast. Catch us next time. I think what we started doing is in the edit we have like the old ones pop up. So catch the old ones if you want. Here we are.
Nice.
Next one I think we'll try and have Bailey and all them. I want to talk more about 11 and all that and their plans with all that and stuff. So.
Sounds good. If you want to say anything in the comments, please drop a comment below. And thanks. Give us your feedback, and appreciate everybody big time. Right?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
Peace.